Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It is Sue, my lovely people out there in YouTube land. Happy 2023. May this be the most prosperous, joyous, healthy, happy, harmonious year you've had yet. And it only gets better from here. Wishing you many more, you guys. Thanks for stopping in. Today we are actually continuing on the topic of moving in silence. Yes, and I thought this would have been a great message to bring the new year in with, because if you're anything like me, you've dealt with a lot of talkative people in 2022. You've actually been quite talkative yourself. You actually shared a lot more information than was necessary, and what did it turn around and do? Bit you in the ass. So this is actually inspired by somebody who is exactly like this. Not myself, hell no. I'm talking about somebody who is a complete, incessant, listen to me, she is the epitome of a chatterbox, okay? We don't want to do this. If you look at people who we admire, people who we aspire to become or to be like, we actually look up to, role models, these people move in silence. You're not going to know when they're going to have the third child. You're not going to know when they're going off for vacation. You're not going to know they're going to Bali. You're not going to know, basically, okay? You're going to, you know when you're going to know? When you see it. When the time comes and it's present, that's when you're going to know. And why do these people move this way? Do you notice the correlation between their success as well as their level of privacy, the things that they keep to themselves versus the things that they share with the world? Okay, I think you have. If you have not, start paying closer attention to this. Now, moving in silence is not about, like I said before in the previous video that I've done on this, that was just an intro. Moving in silence is not at all about being secretive. It is keeping a certain level of confidentiality, self-preservation, if you would. You're actually looking out for protecting one's own energy, number one, protecting your identity, protecting your safety, protecting your health, protecting yourself, bottom line. And so when I talk about this, please don't think it's about being sneaky. It's not about having hidden motives, anything like that. Some people are naturally gifted at this. Some people, especially if you know any Capricorns, they're definitely gifted at this. However, some people are naturally the opposite. They talk everything. And you know what it turns around and does? Bites them in the ass. So this specific video is inspired by one of these complete chatterboxes. And I've seen it take her down. I've seen it reach to a point where her life could have been at stake. But without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? Being private, withholding your important information from others, from the eyes of the world. It allows you to focus. It allows you to focus on whatever task you have at hand. It allows you to gather more necessary information. It allows you to compile your resources, like you know, plan A, plan B, plan C. It allows you to do all of this without scrutiny, without being judged, without fear of being judged, or without just wasting time or draining of your energy. Oftentimes when we talk too much, I would like to call this the D&D syndrome or the DD syndrome, because yes, the young lady who's inspired this video, her name starts with D. I'm not going to call her name out because, that's just wrong. But I'm going to call it the DD syndrome because she calls herself an open book. And many people have warned her, hey, this could be used against you. It can and it will actually be used against you. And she did not see. Of course, she's young, she's impressionable, she's naive. She has not experienced so many things in life that allow her to understand why older people would say this to her. But, it actually can save your life being more private. Literally save your life. all of the things that people post on their statuses on WhatsApp, on social media, talking about where the location is, where the next location is going to be. Oh, trip here, stop 1, 8, check, yes, next up, heading to this place. Like, the whole world does not need to know that, baby girl. They do not need to know your whereabouts at all times. Your GPS location is spot on. Like, that's ridiculous. You're trying to be picked off like a target. So all of this is very important to take into consideration in this crazy world that we're living in. Wicked people are out here literally trying to sabotage other people's happiness. They're trying to sabotage your life, your safety, like, if you want to share some information, if you really want to share some information, share useful information, like how can someone join a free course or something online, like something that's going to be beneficial to someone else. Not useless information or information that is going to cause you to become victimized, such as like body counts or like your sexual history, like history of abuse, or like your income and things like that. Like, there's no need, there's absolutely no purpose in you sharing these things with most people. If that's not your mom, and even her can use these things against you, there's absolutely no need to share these kinds of information with strangers, especially strangers. But even the significant ones in your life can use these things against you. So it's important to be careful, to be selective in the things that you share about yourself. Okay, the other reason is, a lot of the time, people who are incessant chatterboxes, who suffer the D&D syndrome, they are hell of annoying. It's irritating, okay? You become the annoying person. You are the irritant, okay? Nobody wants to constantly hear about your life tragedies. Nobody wants to constantly hear about things that are meaningless to them. Point blank. Like, give yourself a break, take a breath, woosah, slow down, just go silent for a little bit. You will actually have time to hear the whispers of the universe. You will actually have time to download, like, that thing that people call spirit, that intuition, those messages that you get from source. You will actually be able to receive them clearly. You will be able to decipher, you will be able to understand what those messages mean significantly to you, as opposed to other people. Another reason you ought to keep things private in your life a lot of the time, really and truly, I think I've said this before, it's because people simply don't care. People don't care. Do you focus on yourself? All right? I know my voice, I went into little Andrew Tate mode right now, but focus on yourself. This is where you grow. This is where you're going to, like, you're cultivating your garden. This is your garden. This is not anybody else's. Focus on watering your plants. Focus on, taking out the weeds out of your garden. Okay? This is very important, because a lot of people don't understand that people are running away from them. If they think they're talking to be friendly and to attract people to them, but what they're doing is repelling people because it's annoying. People have their own shit going on in their life. People already have tragedies of their own. People have a story to tell. Do they go around doing that with everyone they meet? No, they don't. So you can do the same thing. Withhold certain things. You know when the appropriate time is to share. You may have a connection with someone. You may have that moment where you can sit down and she expresses something to you, or he, and you actually can relate to it. You actually have something to say on this topic and you share in that. That's a beautiful moment. That's amazing. That's when it's appropriate. Other than that, keep your business to yourself. Okay? You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. What does that mean? Listen more, talk less. Observe. Be an observer. All right? Another reason, you do not wish to come off as desperate to other people. When you do that, it looks as though you are actually seeking the approval and the friendship of others, just because. Like, there is nothing that is connecting you two. There's nothing that you have in common. There's nothing there that you share together. But you being this chitter chatter box, you actually are going to look like you are seeking friendship, like you are actually out here pouring your heart and soul out to get, like I said, the approval of another person. Do not be that guy. Do not be that gal. Don't do that to yourself. You are not desperate. You don't have to become a hermit or be like a recluse or anything like this, but just be more selective in life, okay? Be more selective. Another thing, it's going to cause you to not be involved in all of the stupid slander, the gossip, and the misuse of information that people tend to do. Humans are very good at that. You say one thing, and by the next day, when you hear it, 8 people have heard it differently, and it's entirely different than the way you originally stated it. This can be, whether this is on your job, this could be in your relationships, this can be anywhere in your life. Remember, protect your energy, protect yourself. This is protection at its finest. Okay? And then just a little bonus here. I don't know, for those of you who may have listened to all the way to the end, the bonus, coffee time and cocktail time. Those are the times when we tend to get a little bit more talkative. So try your best to control the coffee, because that caffeine, oh my God, it gets you talking. It gets you talking non-stop. And by the time you're done, you will realize that you have shared your entire life story with a bunch of complete strangers who, number one, did not care, couldn't care less, and number two, whenever they do mention you, they're going to talk about the fact that you never stopped talking, you haven't shut up once, and they're going to start talking your business. They're not going to talk their business, they're going to talk yours. Why? Who else's business are they going to talk? So you guys, think about this. Moving into this new year, this wonderful new slamming new year that we're going to have. Think about this. Entering into this January with a new idea, with you're becoming this brand new person. You're actually remodeling your life. Start by doing this. This is a great step. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, definitely feel free to do so. Hit the like button, at least real hard, and leave your comments in the comment section below, because I get back to each and every comment, every question. If there's a topic that you would like for me to cover, please drop that in the comment section as well, and I will do my best to do that as soon as possible. You guys, go out there and do the best that you can this new year to make this the best year, okay, ever. So, yeah, that's Sue. I'm out. Bye.